Two quick things that I want to do first because they're really annoying me is if you guys look up here, this is called unit test 1. That's because whenever you change the name of the class, that does not match the name of the file in the file system. So I just want to update that. So if I go to framework test and find my unit test 1, hit F2 and then hit paste that value and hit enter. So now the file name is going to match the name of the class. It just makes it much easier to find in the file system. Next thing that I just did is I changed the assert r equal to assert is true because I realized there's no point to make it more complicated than it is. Assert is true asserts that this condition is true, which is awesome. And then the other thing I can do is also add a message over here that when it fails, it can tell me what happened. And this can say that element is displayed did not find the element when it was supposed to. And then I'll just bring that down to the next line just for an easier read. And now let's go ahead and rerun this test to find out what is going on with it and why it is failing. So let's come back here, right click, do debug tests, Control R, Control T, R, Control T. All right, so take a look at the string that we were going to paste in to the browser. And then when we got redirected here, notice the difference. Do you guys see the difference between this string? I'm going to copy that, paste that in here, and then my Visual Studio, copy this, and paste this in here. Do you guys see a difference between these two strings? Well, here's the difference. This string in the browser got what is known as URL encoded. And this URL encoding means that it replaced special characters like a space with this %20. And also it replaced these escape characters for the hello so that it's appropriately displayed in the Chrome driver. So therefore this string is getting URL encoded. However, what I was doing was when I was deleting this and then I was pasting over it, I was pasting the improper string from our Visual Studio into here. So look, if I hit enter, this takes me to the right place. But however, this string in the browser is not the same thing as the string as the other string. Yes, it brings it up, but this is not the right HTML. And this is because it's URL encoded. The browser knows that this %20 needs to be converted to a space and that this needs to be converted to the right characters. Actually, let me show you guys here in Firefox. So this is the string that I pasted from Visual Studio. And look at the HTML, guys. The ID is not hello. These characters, hello, that is the ID. And see how it's inside of quotes? And then the ID of this, paste that in here, hit enter, and let me break it into two different tabs. All right, so on the right, we have the correct string, and on the left, we have the incorrect string. And look at the HTML, guys. Look at this HTML, and this ID, and this HTML, and this ID. This is what we want. This is what we were looking for with our by ID equals hello. And this is not there, which is not found. And so that's why we were failing, which was my fault because I wasn't thinking. And what I was doing was copying this string over and pasting it in the browser and trying to see if it works. And so therefore, now we see that it should work. And what we need to do is fix this goto method so that it doesn't add a initial qtptutorial.net to the beginning, and then it's going to go to the appropriate URL right from the start, and we won't even be running into these issues.